Welcome to Firefighting in Canada this week. I'm Moriah Campbell, and today's edition is brought to you by VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. This week, 3 people faced charges laid by the City of Hamilton for their part in an incident at Albion Falls last week that left 1 firefighter seriously injured. Then, the Village of Teslin, Yukon is receiving millions of dollars for a new fire hall. And finally, in the August edition of Firefighting in Canada, the podcast sponsored by Dragger, Tom DeSorcy and Karen Gordon discuss MeToo and the fire service. 3 people faced charges laid by the City of Hamilton after an incident at Albion Falls that left 1 firefighter seriously injured. 3 hikers strayed from the path and into the prohibited area when they became lost after dark. When attempting to rescue the group, a Hamilton firefighter lost his footing, fell off a ledge, and was injured. It took 20 firefighters about 45 minutes to lift him out to paramedics who had arrived on the scene, reported CBC. Once rescued, he was taken to the hospital with multiple injuries. The Hamilton Fire Department confirmed the firefighter was in serious but stable condition. The hikers each faced 1 charge of being in a prohibited area and had been summoned to appear in court for penalty deliberation. The Village of Teslin, Yukon is receiving $5.5 million for a new fire hall. The funding comes from the federal government and its territory counterpart, $9.3 million and $3.1 million respectively. The Teslin Fire Department has between 9 and 11 volunteers who currently work out of the Teslin Municipal Centre, which also houses other municipal departments. Teslin Municipal Centre and several other Teslin Tlingit Council buildings will also be getting retrofits. The village states that all decisions regarding updates and construction will be made internally. The location, design, and size of the new fire hall have yet to be determined. In the August edition of Firefighting in Canada, the podcast sponsored by Dragger, Hope BC Fire Chief Tom DeSorcy speaks with communications strategist Karen Gordon of Gordon Strategy about the MeToo movement and the fire service. Together they discuss the pros and cons of first responding in a highly connected world, and Gordon talks about how social media and communications have changed over her 20 years in the field. Gordon says she feels the MeToo movement is just as prominent now as it was 3 years ago and says fire departments are not immune.
If you're the chief of a service, regardless of the size of it, and you may not be the accused, right? But if the accused is under your leadership, how you react to that from a public relations perspective and a legal perspective can define you.
For this podcast and more, visit firefightingincanada.com. This is Annex Business Media's Niche TV. Thanks again to VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. Stay tuned for our next episode on Friday, August 23rd.